Hello everyone, Maria Banga here. Maria Banga, your psychotherapist and mental health advocate and motivational speaker, so many things in one. I'm at the hospital, I'm caregiving my sister, and a few days ago, I told everybody, or I put it out there that she had a mental breakdown and she's been hospitalized. And I did that very consciously and intentionally after a lot of prayers and thoughts. And I was like, no, this is what you've been doing. So you keep doing it. And this is an opportunity to like let people know day by day, right, what's going on and how you're handling this and what it means. For me, not only because I live with post-traumatic stress disorder, but I just know that mental illness is just like any other illness, and majority still have to come to terms with the fact that we can be high functioning and be living with the mental illness or have mental health challenges, and also with the fact that if you need help, go get your help. Don't be ashamed. Like there's nothing you can hide under the sun. So instead of hiding, and in the end people will still know, and yet you will have choked all of that in. People don't want people to know, I'm living with cancer. We knew Chadwick Boseman lived with cancer. Even if he didn't tell the whole world, in the end we still all knew. So what's the point? Why tell people now? Like what's the big shame? What's all of that? People are just so quick to, if it gets to the worst, let's go give them those shots, the Hardol and all of those things, the diazepam, everything, but let them just sleep. But no, we don't want to face it. And then as long as it's not even us, then don't even talk about it. And I knew when I was saying it that it's going to be treated like, oh well, come on now, that's crazy. So few people would reach out, few people will even stop by for a visit. Oh no, at least thank God there's Coro, so because of COVID, no, people don't visit. Fine, okay, fine. But even WhatsApp, people don't WhatsApp. But if I had said my sister has cancer, or I have cancer, or oh my goodness, I would have been saturated by now. If you even say you have COVID today, you are still better off than somebody who has a mental illness. I think we've started gradually accepting COVID, so it is no more as stigmatizing to say I was, a friend recently, she was tested positive and they isolated themselves, she and her husband, and 2 weeks later, well, they were good, and she told me, and I was like, Asha and everything. What is there was a time when I really thought like if I had gone to test myself, it would have been that same COVID. I got all those symptoms, I fought, I sweated and all of that. And some other people I know in my family, but people don't want to talk. People don't want that stigma. How are we going to fight that stigma if we don't share our stories? If we don't talk, if we don't raise awareness, if we don't say, look, this is what's going on, but we can fight this. I have a client who has been coming like every day since Monday. They really want to get to the root of their own issues. But today I was telling them, you have to accept that something is wrong with you, because they kept saying, but nothing is wrong with me. What do you mean by nothing is wrong with you? Something is wrong with you. You don't need to see the wound. You don't need to have the broken leg. Hi, Godfrey, thank you. You don't need to have the broken leg. You don't need to, see the blood flowing. No. When that mind is muggling, those thoughts are there and you cannot sleep at night, something is already wrong with you. So instead of hiding and playing you are tough and maybe abusing substance like they were on weed, so on weed to the point where like every other 30 minutes, every other 1 hour they have to go and wrap up a joint, and then they will say, well, but nothing is wrong with me, so why did they even come to me? And you need that. You see stages of grief. The last one is acceptance. Until you accept, you cannot move forward. You just keep turning around. And sometimes you need this public surrender of what you're going through, so that you can call forth support from all kinds of angles. Because when I started doing this, Oh my goodness, I felt so liberated, and I got into different networks, and the support I have, seriously, I cannot trade this for nothing. I'll be hosting our first Global Mental Health Care Network Africa meeting this evening, and I'm just so excited to meet all of us and how far we have each come in our journeys and what our plans going forward. But there's one thing I know: until somebody is ready, you cannot force them to take that journey. It's unfortunate, right? There's no amount of hard oil you can inject in somebody to get them to take the journey that they need into their own inside. And all those medications cannot help you heal. No, they will just sedate you, they will rest your brain and whatever, but you have to do this work. Sometimes belonging to a network, talking about it, not being ashamed, letting go of all of that shame. What are you doing with that shame? That pain, that anger, that hurt, all of those things. That is what keeps us stuck. All of that trauma. What are you doing with all of that? I can't wait for my sister to get out of here. So we start working, because I know how much work she needs, because it's my sister. I know her story. And I used to wonder, is she so strong, or is she just so docile? And so when I heard, I just knew, well, it has happened. Unfortunately, it had been like a month before I was even told. Why? Because they were ashamed. They were so ashamed. And so they wanted to believe it was something else. But no. We keep running around trying to find more palatable solutions or situations or people to blame. We want to believe it's somebody that did something to us. We want, it has to be some form of cerebral malaria. It has to be, no. We don't want to hear mental health, mental illness. Oh no, my goodness. How will people feel? What would they say about me? What is who saying about me? And why should I even bother? Why should I bother myself with what who says about me? What does that do to me? Look at me here. What has it ever done to me? What whoever says? I don't even know. Many people don't even talk anything to me about my mental health. And people, the majority who speak are like encouraging, are like praising, are saying, oh, you're doing so much and all of that. So I'm like, if I hadn't started, can you imagine? So I'm just motivated to keep doing what I'm doing. And like, the ones who don't understand what I'm doing, do I need to explain to the point where everybody understands? I just feel so good doing this. And in the process of taking care of myself, I help other people take care of their own selves. That's just wonderful. So that's what I wanted to come and share. And since I came, she has just been sleeping. They just gave her feet shot. Oh my goodness. She's supposed to have 6, so I can't wait for the 6th one this evening, so that next week she starts to kind of like, these things start to calm down, get off her system gradually, and then we can start working. I don't want her to get hooked onto all of these things, because I know to a large proportion what could be her problem. I know. Okay, well, so it's 12 o'clock and can you imagine? But let her sleep. She hadn't slept for like a month. You can imagine. So, yeah, she's done some good sleeping for the past 3 days. So, that's it. The other day I did a video on what it takes to take care of such a patient. And today I'm kind of like encouraging those who are taking care of such a person, or those who are even sick themselves. In short, forget about that stigma, whatever. Only you can break it, actually, either by telling the world, okay, this is it, I'm hospitalized, I'm in a psychiatric ward, I'm not doing too good, but this is how I slept, or just reminding yourself in your own corner, and then telling the few people around, and not allowing anybody to stigmatize you. I said nobody will stigmatize my sister in my presence, or even let me just hear, I'll get at you. Nobody, including my father, nobody. If you don't want to be associated with her, get lost. But don't even mention it, let me hear. And me, of course, who? Okay, everybody, thanks those who joined now. I just wanted to get this out. Yeah, Godfrey, thanks, and I hope your mama is doing well. Hope you join us at 6, right? Okay, well, God bless us all.